Now when we have configured the clients and we move back to the status page, you will see that it has changed a little bit. Since we have been choosing the multi-point master mode, you will see the number of time slots and also which time slots are occupied and or allocated for clients. The system has 32 time slots, and where one of them are dedicated for management and broadcast traffic. Broadcast traffic is also allowed to be sent in the gray time slots. Gray time slots are time slots that is not used by anyone and not allocated by any client. They are shown up as free here. The red ones are allocated to clients, but the client is offline at the moment. Once the system is up and running, you will see that these time slots will become green whenever a client connects. If we scroll down a little bit, you can see the 4 clients that we have configured, and also the number of time slots and the status of them. If you click on one of these rows, you will get more detailed statistics for this particular client. And you can choose any one of them. You will also, if we click on one of them and scroll up, you will see that it will be highlighted which time slots this particular client has, and they are evenly spread out over the whole 32 time slots. This is to get a good latency in the system. So right now, since I have been preparing this test before, we have to wait until the clients connect. I see a little mistake. We did not store this passphrase and link ID correctly, so we reconfigure it. Sorry again. Like that. Set and apply. So since we had the wrong link ID and passphrase, no clients were connecting, because they have been configured to search for this multi-test link ID and with the passphrase of multi-test. We press save immediately here, and you can see that I know what I was doing, so I didn't use the safe apply in this case. Now we go back to the status page and see what happens. The client now needs to first find this link ID in the frames that the base station sends out. It's like heartbeats from the master unit, and once it senses them and finds them, it starts connecting and gets information on what time slots they should have and how to synchronize against the base station. You can now see that the time slots are beginning to get green once the clients are connecting. They can go up and down a little bit, becoming green and orange. That is totally fine, so you will have to wait a little bit more. The page is updating every 5 seconds, but if you want to see it quicker, you can also press the status page, otherwise it will be automatically shown here. Now you have one client that is syncing against it and now connected, and you have a second one that is now syncing, now connected, and we are waiting for 3 of them connected. And actually the 4th of them will not connect because it is not powered up, just a preparation to have it on here. So now when we press one of the units here, you get more selected client radius statistics. You can see how much throughput you have to this client right now and how many packets that is going back and forth to this client. You get some information about the number of time slots, the theoretical throughput that you can have, and the theoretical throughput is based on that you have the best modulation and no retransmissions. And right now we have the highest modulation in download and almost the highest in upload. So you have 13 to 11 megabits to this client with 8 time slots. And if you go for 40 megahertz channel band with it, you are doubling this capacity, obviously. To test these links, you can now go to the tools page, and in the tools page you have something called speed test. Speed test is an internal thing in the units that will try to push as much traffic as possible to the clients. That will test the radio interface to see how good it is and what it can perform. This one shows you the throughput you have in one direction. So right now we have 8 megabits in the download direction to this client. That means that if we have the same modulation in the upload, we will have the same amount of capacity in the upload also. So the aggregated throughput is a minimum 16 megabits per second for this one. We can run it once again. You get around 8 meg. And we can go down and see what it does, and it is running on 117 megabits per second. So it's not up to the highest modulation.